So once the parts that come out of the wash line, they go into the dry up oven. They're heated and dried so that as they're ready for application of the powder, as you look at them, they got a nice gold tint to them. These parts are clean, ready to go, ready to be powder coated. They travel down and go into the spray booth. The first thing they see when they get into the booth is the automatic guns are hitting them to get 90% of the coverage. As you can see by the configuration of the parts, they're alternating, facing different directions. And so one manual sprayer will touch up the difficult areas on one side, and while he's doing his two, the other guy's doing the other two, and they can alternate. You'll also notice that these parts also have some plastic caps on them to mask off the threads and the studs so they don't get coated. What we'll do now, we'll go to the other side of this wall and see how the parts are coming out of the booth. Okay, as the parts come through the automatics, they come out the other side. The manual operators who are wearing full suits and monitored breathing air basically touch up the areas where the automatic guns don't get coverage, and that's just some of the recesses, some of the tight areas. Make sure that they're overcoming any of the Faraday areas and the tight corners where the powder coating has a difficult time getting its charge to cover. At this stage, the powder is just held on the parts through electrostatic attraction. You can wipe these parts off and the powder would come right off. That powder will stay on that part through this electrostatic attraction until they go into the oven, when the particles of the powder will melt and fuse together, as we'll discuss in a little bit. But as you can see over here, if you look, if I were to take my fingers to one of these caps and I were to wipe off the powder on that cap, see that powder comes right off. So this is a very vulnerable stage of the operation. If somebody bumps into a part, they can wipe the powder right off. Then it's got to be sent back through and resprayed. After they go around and go through the powder room, they go back out and go into the oven. We'll go over there in just a minute, but just to show you, while we're running this job on this line, we have another job running on the red line. It's been all pre-treated, ready to go, and they're going to be spraying these parts black. So, we've got both lines running side by side, two different jobs, two different customers, two different colors. Obviously, that's how we try to maintain our competitiveness and efficiency.